What's going on, y'all? Welcome back. It's Ars. Let's get productive. So today I'm excited to talk about something really cool and really unique. It's always great when I can bring something really unique to the channel. There's a lot of plugins out there that are just like rehashes of the same thing. Now, in my top 10 of 2022 review, I showcased this plugin and I got a lot of questions of people asking me, what is it exactly? Because usually in my top 10s, I showcase plugins that I've reviewed on the channel before. So I thought I'd take a second and review this plugin and really show you guys how dope this thing really is. Now, it comes from a company that I've grown to love named Klevgrand. They make really dope effect plugins. And this is a VST plugin. So this isn't their first entry into the synthesizer VST game, but this, in my opinion, is their first full-fledged, fully functional, large category VST synthesizer, and the name of this thing is Tomofon. Now, this thing is a unique synth in that it's a real audio synth. So it allows you to import your own audio files, and it chops those audio files up into a bunch of different layers that can have its own oscillations, its own pitch values. So without wasting any more time, let's get right into it. Klevgrand, Tomofon, let's see what this thing is all about. So as always, I have Logic queued up, and this is Tomofon. Now, like I said earlier, this is a real audio synth. It's going to allow you to import your own audio files and do incredibly unique changes to those audio files to really make your own synth sounds and really make some interesting things. But this isn't one of those instruments where you have to be completely hands-on and it doesn't come with anything loaded up in it already. This thing is a fully functional synth on its own. It just allows you these really cool and really unique capabilities. This thing is full of features. Like, I can't sit here and go through every single feature inside of this thing, but if we head on over to the website, we can see some really cool things. Now, first of all, I think the price, $130 for this synthesizer, is really good because it's a really dope synthesizer on its own, but with those extra unique features that it allows you to do to turn your audio into its own synth sounds and layer it up, it's a no-brainer. This thing is something that you should definitely check out. Now, if we check out the website and we check out the features section, and this is just some of the features inside of this thing, it has a wide selection of factory models and presets, an integrated audio sample importer and audio model, a pitch and layer depth envelopes that can be edited by the user. Now, this is kind of like what I was talking about, it allowing you to import your own audio files and then kind of dig into those audio files and separate them into a bunch of different layers that can then be individually adjusted with pitch changes, with modulation changes. You can really create your own presets in a really cool way. And that's just some of the things that this thing can do. So now if we head back over to the VST itself and just take a look at the UI, what we're seeing on the screen here, can't even complain about that. I mean, it's a really unique UI, a really cool looking UI. You'll see in a second what's going on down here at the bottom, but I love the bluish hue, the light blues mixed with the dark blues. I love the kind of pastel colors at the top up here. It kind of looks like it has like a cut out pieces of paper put together to form a VST in a lot of ways. And I just love the resolution in this thing and just how cool it looks. Klevgrand makes a lot of really dope plugins, and their plugins always have a really unique look to it and a really cool look to it. But usually the look of the plugin integrates with the feature set of the plugins. The look isn't just the look for whatever reason. The look kind of blends into its features and what it can actually provide. It's almost like the plugin comes alive when you hit the keys. As always, we have the ADSR section over here. We got your attack, your decay. We have a looping section and a release section. And you can make changes to all of this stuff right here. You can also make changes to the attack time, to the decay time, the release time, all of that kind of stuff, and the velocity. Over here, you have your controller settings, and you can make adjustments to those different controller sections. So everything from your glide time to the legato to your controller curves, you can make those adjustments right there. And down here on the left, you have your different voicings. So you can go over to the voice settings, and you can adjust the individual volume. You can adjust the pitch, the panning. You can humanize it. So for example, this is all 4 voicings on. And you'll see when I change the pitch, how things change a little bit. So that's all really cool stuff. Over here, you have your depth tag, and you can make adjustments to the depth of your sound. So as you hit the notes, you'll notice that it's going through a bit of a loop section right here. You can adjust the loop timing. So how it circulates through these different settings. And you can head over to the pitch, and you can actually make the pitch change as it circulates through the loop. So and that's really cool if you're kind of creating your own sound and you want to get kind of a warp tape kind of feel to the sound that you're creating. You can get some really cool stuff by doing that. And over here, you have your filter tab, and you can make your adjustments under that filter tab to kind of carve out the sound and get it to sound how you want. This is the perfect plugin for sound design. You can really carve out your own sound with a plugin like this. I mean, it comes with its own presets that you can make adjustments to and then save your own presets and save your own sounds. But the fact that you can drag and drop your own audio and then warp it and turn it into something completely different is super cool. On the right side, you have your delay section, and you can turn the delay on and off by clicking that switch there. And you have your amount knob right here. You also have an editing tab right there where you can make more precise adjustments to the delay timing and the filter and all of that kind of stuff. And you have the same thing right next to it with the reverb. You can turn the reverb on and off, and you can edit that reverb sound. And you have a bunch of different types of reverb that you can circulate through. Right underneath it, you have an EQ section, and you can just click on that and make adjustments to the curves and the EQ of your sound. So you can really carve your sound out to get it to sound exactly how you would like it to sound. So that's really cool. And right here, you have your editor tab. And this is where you're going to be able to import your own audio files and make some really cool things happen via the wavetable. So this is where you're going to drag and drop your own audio. We can do that very easily. Let me see if I can find a quick little audio file. Let's just drag and drop this right in here. You can just drag and drop your sound into the import audio. It'll analyze the audio file. Now, as you import the audio file, it's going to give you some options here. You can go new automatic, new sorted. And if you go through each of them, it's going to give you a quick synopsis of what these settings mean. So, for example, new automatic, create a new playable audio model automatically by sorting continuous waves into the most appropriate pitch zones. So if you click that, it's going to take your wave and it's going to chop it up into a bunch of different pitch zones. And those pitch zones are represented down here at the bottom where it says audio model. And you can go through those different pitch zones. And you could just do all kinds of really cool things. Now, once you have your sound in there and you make any kind of adjustments that you want, go back to the synth and we can make more adjustments to it. We can change the voicing. Add some delay. But that's basically it as far as the basics of what's happening with this instrument. Now, like I said, even if you're not interested in dragging and dropping your own audio and creating your own presets that kind of way, this thing comes loaded up with a bunch of different presets in a bunch of different categories. You have everything from guitar to bass to natural strings. You have synth staffs, synth leads, voices, all kinds of different things. And we're not going to go through every single preset, but I'm going to just go through a few and give you guys a rough idea of what this thing is capable of. And I'm going to just pick random presets. So let's see. And if you don't want to keep it on this, you can actually go back to the main screen and just press forward or backward with the arrows here. You can make your adjustments with the filter. And just from making that slight adjustment to the pitch right there, I completely changed the sound. We can go over to another category. We can go to organic pads. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful organ. The sounds in this thing are so unique. Super, super fire. Matter of fact, save that preset. Crazy, crazy. But yeah, like I said, this thing comes loaded up with a lot of really cool presets. There's a lot. Like, there's a bunch of categories and a bunch of presets. So that on top of being able to layer it and create your own presets, it's just, there's no end to what you can create with this kind of a VST. So what I want to do right now is I want to get right into the cook-up. I want to play you guys a beat that I created using this VST. I don't know what it is. Lately, I've been making a lot of my beats on my laptop, so I just bounced the beat out and I'm going to just play it on this computer so we can get an idea of what this beat sounds like. So let's check this beat out and see what it sounds like. All the sounds inside of this thing, with the exception of the bass and the drums, everything else inside of this beat is coming from Tomofon. So let's check this thing out. So that's it. That's the beat I made using Tomofon. Now, this thing is very unique. This thing is very different. Anyone out there who's really interested in a cool synthesizer, you're going to like this thing. And if you're someone who's not particularly fond of synthesizers, you find them to be a bit messy, you don't like tweaking sounds and all of that stuff, you like romplers, you like getting straight to the presets and just having really dope sounds already done for you, you will still like this thing because the presets inside of this thing are really cool. And not only that, it comes with a lot of presets. So there's a lot on there for you to like. I'm super thrilled that Klevgrand decided to release this because for me, I always liked Klevgrand's effects, but when it came to their synthesizers and some of their instruments, what I found is that Klevgrand usually makes instruments that are very specific to one category. Like they'll make an instrument that just deals with one particular type of drum, or they'll make an instrument that deals with one particular type of synth. And it's like you either like it or you don't. And the fact that they put this out, it really opens up the possibilities for them to combine some of their really incredible plug in effects into some really cool instruments compiled with a really unique flair, in that you can drag and drop your own audio and a bunch of different categories of presets from bells to brass. And they've already released expansion packs. So they already have expansion packs available. This thing already comes with a bunch of sounds, but you can then expand on that with the expansion pack. So this is definitely a hit. But let me know what you guys think. Is this something you can see yourself adding to your arsenal? As always, if you have any ideas for cool plugins or VSTs that you'd like to see me review on this channel, don't forget to leave it down in the comments section below. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you can stay notified anytime I drop a new video. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.